Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a familiar side. OG versus the final tribe. They played a best of two earlier that went 1-1, and now with both of them beating Helsinki Reds 2-0 in this three-team group, we are forced into best of one tiebreaker. Both of these teams are already through to the next stage. It's just about who gets to play against Neph, which would be the loser of this game, and who gets to play against probably Vega, unless Supermaniacs end up winning against them from the other group. So, bit of a tie-breaking action here. My name is Dragondrop. I'm joined by Neph, and we're also joined by Pycat, or Boozen, as he's tagged up for some reason. I guess he recovered enough to be able to play now. Seems good.
All right. No longer sick. He was ill, not able to play for the series earlier today, but he's back, everyone. Yeah. I think everyone in Twitch chat was making jokes about him being kicked. This pretty much confirms he is not kicked.
Yeah. Or he was kicked, but now they re-added him, you know. That's the way it goes sometimes. He was unkicked, yeah. He was kicked so hard, they flew all the way around the world, right back into the slot at OG.
Impressive. Alright, so Oracle coming up first for OG. We've seen a lot of success with this in combination of Tusk in a couple of games with them. With the tag team, the low base attack time on Oracle goes quite well with that. And immediately, Final Tribe follows up with Shadow Demon and Centaur War Runner. I haven't seen a whole lot of Shadow Demon in the games that I casted with you, but in combination with someone who knows what they're doing, that new, what is it called? Did they rename it, or is it still Demonic Purge? No, not Demonic Purge.
Soul Catcher?
Just, what is it called again?
Soul Catcher?
That's
still
the
called
one.
Soul Catcher. Yes.
It's still called Soul Catcher. Alright, there's a Tusk we were talking about, but Soul Catcher, being able to remove 40% of a hero's maximum life in pure damage. Or current life, rather. Current life.
Yeah, or HP removal or something, or whatever, and yeah, it is very powerful against super tanky heroes, for sure. So it's always curious to see people use this new Shadow Demon in creative ways. Like you have a lot more play potential, but it kind of puts you on a timer since the other hero regains health over time, or at least part of it.
Yep.
So it's a bit of an interesting mechanic that we don't really see a whole lot of beyond the Oracle, I guess. Which is the other hero that initially bursts, doesn't burst damage, but then heals people up again.
Yep.
So.
No way to purge it off though with Shadow Demon. The only way to purge it off is, or stop them from healing, is to kill them. So that's it they have to worry about.
Yep.
Centaur though, I feel like is pretty strong here with Shadow Demon, and of course I was talking to you about the low base attack time on Oracle. Goes very well with Tusk's tag team. So those two are probably going to see them with each other in a tri lane, probably in the safe lane. Think they'll go for Drow again?
They might. I'm not sure if you want up against the Shadow Demon can kind of catch you, perhaps with the disruption, make some Drows of your own, then Centaur Warner can just walk in. I mean, as far as dual lanes are concerned, this Shadow Demon Centaur Warner one was one that was even used before the patch to some success. I mean, it's pretty damn powerful. Just disruption to Soul Catcher into double edge, level 2 or 3 or whatever. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage still. And I'm not sure if you want to subject a Drow to that, honestly. Then again, with the Oracle, with the Tusk kind of being able to counterplay to some extent, maybe it's going to be enough.
Yep. Meanwhile, Luna banned out. I feel like that's a hero that's really good with Shadow Demon, so it makes sense that that one's gone. Again, I think I was telling you about how powerful Luna is with some of these intel heroes, because it gives them so much more mana to work with.
Oh yeah.
That base stat increase. Suddenly it's like you're holding an extra 1 or I guess a Null Talisman. They changed it, so Null Talisman gives 8 now instead, but an extra 6 stats, 6 int to work with for each level. That's a lot.
It really is. So I'm not gonna see that this game as a result. OG just take it away. It also banned out the Medusa, which is a bit interesting actually.
Not sure about that one. Do you really think they take Medusa here?
I don't know, I don't think so. Is it in the wheelhouse? I don't remember Tribe going for that hero. Oh, they actually have 4 days ago up against Team Secret.
Okay.
That's the last time they picked it. They lost. It's played against NIP though, and they won that game up against in the Chongqing major qualifiers. So it's certainly on the cards, I guess, for Final Tribe.
Mm-hmm. All right. Next, we see Phantom Lancer come out here. This hero hit with some nerfs here, wasn't it?
A few, I think. Like, he hasn't really been changed all
Spirit
that
Lance.
much. So I guess in the grand scheme of things, he's been nerfed in the sense that other heroes got better.
Other heroes got better. They nerfed his Spirit Lance a little bit as well, though.
Yeah.
So that's been changed. I don't know about this one though. They still have a lot of answers here. They get 3 picks at this point. I think you'd want to pick Phantom Lancer a little bit later in the draft. I mean, giving OG 3 picks to work with here against your Phantom Lancer, that's a hero that either does very well or does very poorly if you have the right counters to it.
Yeah.
You do have a save for the PL.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, you already have you already have the Shadow Demons who can make even more Phantom Lancer illusions, which is always nice. And you already see 2 heroes that don't really deal all that well with the Phantom Lancer. I mean, Tusk with the Ice Shards can't really block him in because you just got a doppelganger across, or even block the Snowball in the first place or whatnot. And Oracle, like, what's he going to do later down the line when Phantom Lance is just running him down with a Diffuse Blade? Like, you're going to be forced to use that False Promise on yourself almost immediately, and that in itself is a bit of a victory already, so you don't have that available for whatever course you want to pick up. So, in that sense, I do agree with you, there's still 3 more picks. And yeah, this is one of them, Earthshaker. If you're not careful, that Blink Echo Slam initiation can just wipe Phantom Lance off the face of the earth.
Mm-hmm. And there's this response to the Phantom Lancer that we were talking about. You have 3 picks to work with here. They pick up the first one, Earthshaker. Hard Lockdown, great against PL, and of course the Echo Slam with how it was changed around a couple months ago, doing that extra echo damage now versus having the high initial damage, deals with PL really well.
Yeah.
So Earthshaker is a good pickup here. That long distance initiation is going to help a lot too, but this is probably going to be a core Earthshaker. And that's something we haven't seen in a little while.
Core Shaker, yeah, that is true. I mean, we often see it as a 4 position, but it's not completely unheard of as a 3 role either. It just gives you a little bit more priority. You can get towards your levels and you blink a little bit quicker. Or I guess the Aghanim Scepter is also a viable build, more or less. Like boots into a straight up Aghanim Scepter. It gives you a similar amount of initiation potential, but in this game I think you still want to blink. Like for the complete instant initiation. Don't want to give the Phantom Lancer any opportunity to doppelganger it off.
Alright. So, thinking pretty hard about what they wanted to pick in response to that, but they ended up taking a Phoenix, and that's something we don't see that often anymore either. I mean, this hero was super popular in the last patch. We see it picked and banned basically every single game. So I guess they're just going back to the classics here with Final Tribe. Sticking with what they know. Centaur, Phantom Lancer, Phoenix. We're seeing the 7.19 draft.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, Shadow Demon is always a bit was a bit out of the box even back then, even though we have seen that combination a couple of times, but it certainly wasn't really full-blown meta. But everything else, yeah, absolutely.
Monkey King in response to that. I feel like Monkey King isn't that great against the Phoenix. It's okay against the Phantom Lancer. Can't dispel the Jingu Mastery stack, so it's pretty easy to tell who to go on if you manage to get one of those clicks off first before it hits that doppelganger.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure Monkey King was the pick here. I mean, it does decent in the laning phase against everybody other than the Phoenix. I feel like Phoenix's attack speed slow deals with Monkey King pretty well.
Yeah, it certainly can. Yeah, it's... I don't know, maybe it's more of a comfort hero and just a zone control hero that can sort of deal with the Phantom Lance if you end up itemizing towards the Battle Fury. You can just bound a strike into the massive Phantom Lancers and that'll cleave and do a lot of damage very quickly in the when there's a bunch of them online. Maybe that's the idea, but yeah, it's certainly not a good solution for the Phoenix, so they have to have another hero coming out that can do that, I would presume. Then again, you already have a bit of a purge from the Oracle at least, so all of this damage over time, as long as he's around, you can just get rid of it and maybe even set up for an egg fight, I guess. Just time to directly get down without the spirits.
Yep.
10 seconds remaining.
So there it goes there. I like the Phoenix and a lot of the points that you made about the Oracle and whatnot. Tiny gets banned out from OG. So I guess they were worried about some burst damage coming on the heroes, especially Oracle. Tiny's one of the heroes that gets on top of him and just take him out of a fight right away. They don't want to deal with that.
What's the last hero going to be now for OG? I mean, classic one would be the Lina, just up against Phoenix. Basically has everything. Has attack speed for the
10
egg.
seconds
Has
remaining.
a bit of a good combo to even burst him down before it can press it ultimate in the first place at
5
times.
seconds
Can be good
remaining.
for the same reason against Phantom Lancer.
Lina would be
Dire
safe,
team
but
pick.
it's...
Mirana.
There we go. That's the other safe pick that we saw a lot of the time in 7.19, Mirana. So that deals with the Phoenix egg really well, like you were talking about on the Lina. Just being able to leap, click that egg down, bam, gone.
Yeah, it's one of the easiest things that there is. You better be damn confident though, and you better make sure that you're not overcommitting into
10
the rest of the
seconds
team,
remaining.
because there's a bit of protection for the egg available. Like Shadow Demon, you can disrupt somebody,
5
or just
seconds
Centaur
remaining.
blinking in. Like we've seen that combo a couple of times as well. This bit of an AoE stun might just be enough to do the to give you that one extra right click, that one extra half second that you need for the supernova to go off. And if that happens, if they can make this work on the side of the final tribe, that's a one team fight right then and there, no matter what else OG has to offer at that point.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's the way it should be going normally when you're dealing with a Phoenix.
Choose your
They see OD coming out.
I like it. We haven't seen this hero at all today, and some people... This has been hit and miss with some people. Some people
Haven't we seen
will
OD earlier?
vouch...
Haven't we seen OD earlier?
Oh, one game. We did
One
see
game?
OD in one game. Apologies.
What game was that?
Ah.
Putting you on the spot here. I'm looking at Dota buff myself, so I don't actually know the answer. This is why I'm asking.
Good question.
Or are we just stripping?
That was Final Tribe versus OG Game 2?
Oh yeah, it was right. Yeah, Final Try picked it up then as well.
That had to have been it, right?
Yeah.
That was it?
10 seconds remaining.
Right. Awesome.
All right. I was testing you. I was bringing you. I was testing your mental capacity. You know. It's
Well, I
mandatory
passed.
for co-casters. That's all good. You passed with flying
Excellent.
colors.
Alright, so I'm interested in seeing what Chessie does with OD. With this series. It's going to be up against, who is it, Pycat in the mid lane?
Looks like it right now, right? Unless Thompson
It
wants
should-
to take the Monkey King up against that, but I'm not sure if that's a good matchup for the OD.
No,
Huh.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it'll be. Wait, yeah, they'll run Thompson mid, won't they?
Normally Thompson is the mid player, yeah, so that's what I'm
I'm
thinking.
just thinking it's be a little bit safer to run the Miranda there against it.
Then again,
Oh.
OD, I feel like you're not really doing a whole lot of damage early on, so Monkey King can probably just run at you and deal with that. I mean, it's always going to be annoying with the Astral Imprisonment. It's always a bit of defensive utility for Chessie. You just imprison Thompson and then you just walk away.
Every time you have 3 stacks on you, you turn around.
Yeah, something like that. We'll see though. I mean, it is level 21, the Monkey King. And it is Thompson we're talking about, so if anyone can do it, then it's certainly going to be him. It's one of his classics, one of his go-tos, favorites, whatever you want to call it. So we do have some lags coming in, so hopefully they'll be fixed soon. Again, if you guys are just tuning in, quick reminder, this is a best-of-1 tiebreaker. Both of these teams are already through to the next phase. It's just a matter of who gets to play up against NIP, two Ordvega and Tipomaniacs in Group A. So they're coming in as first seed. The loser of this game, as a result, will play against them, which is something that you probably want to avoid. And the winner of this game here will be up against either Vega or Hippomaniacs, just depending on how that series goes.
All right.
It was your own damn fault.
Right, so we'll see. Have they purchased their items yet, or did they not even get time for that? Okay, they've got items. So Thompson's already got pooled tangos, so he's gonna be heading to the mid lane.
Yeah.
And on the other side, it's Chessie on the OD. So exactly as dragondrop predicted, everybody. They don't decide to mix things up at all. They send their mid players to the mid lane. So it starts with a smoke though, so they might be going for something here.
It might just be,
Beast bomb.
doing this play again. Monkey King's so fast in courier mode, though he Has to wait for his friends anyway.
I didn't enjoy this.
They're gonna be smoking up here. They already joined the line. They're gonna go this way and then that way, and then we're gonna kill somebody. Let's see whether they can actually make that work.
We'll see. Alright. Jerax sitting in the very front, ready to get his brawl on. And I think they're gonna be able to do this wraparound successfully.
This
They
is
get
the
up on
low
the high
ground
ground behind
now. Feels
Yeah,
freaking
they see
bad.
them here. They know that they're all here. I don't think do they have enough heroes to do this though? I completely forgot. The courier, Monkey King.
They're in good position. Like they're kind of far away from this ramp, but now OD actually coming in from the
30
back,
seconds.
scouting all of this out. But
They gotta get
Tail,
this
if you
OD.
can get the Fortress End off, or maybe you don't even need to.
Oh
the
my
arrow,
god!
just without a setup. What a freaking god! High cap.
Easy.
I guess he's
Alright, this
he's
is
not
why
tired at
Pie
all.
back,
He just,
everybody.
yeah, he just woke up fully energized. Like, all right, I'm ready to play Moran. I'm ready to land all my skill shots. Shoot arrow, hit arrow. You know, the old Sing Sing school of arrows.
The battle begins.
And still sticking around here with 3 different heroes here. Let's still trade 2 for 2 in the Bounty Room department. There it is, another arrow. This time actually tanked up at the centaur to make sure that Hanskin survives. But look at this tackle. Stomp does connect them too with max range, but Uniswan still taking a lot of damage in return. It's going to be forced into the south.
Yeah, they did a lot of damage there to the heroes on Final Tribe. You're really coming out happy there on them.
Absolutely. Right, so we're gonna have to keep an eye on this mid lane, how it matches up, because like traditionally OD pretty good mid hero because of the imprisonment, and you just keep people from last hitting, you get free denies and shit. We'll see if he's actually able to make that work, because you don't have the highest range on OD. Like between the two of them, there's not too much of a difference actually, considering the Monkey King and his extra bit of range too. As down bottom, Disruption comes in, Yunsfarm, follow-up Stomp is there. Do catch themselves a task. Jerax, the illusions, the way they spawn, forced to walk away the other way, but he's gonna be fine. He's tanky enough.
Yeah. They responded to that Tuskar getting in their faces pretty well there. I think Jerax realized that as he says, well, I tried.
Tops using that mischief to even dodge an early point up in the Arcane Orb. At this point, if you dodge one of these, like, Jesse is not gonna have too many of those to throw out. Until Equilibrium comes in and you can reach out with the Equilibrium Astral Imprisonment combo. Quite a mouthful to say, but hey.
God, it is so miserable playing against this new mischief sometimes. Being able to dodge. This is a spell you get for free.
Yeah. Free
They've
invulnerability.
nerfed it yeah, this needs to be please remove from game. Is what I have to say about
It's
this.
so weird. I mean, it's a clear buff, but I guess it makes the thing actually useful because no one's really playing mind games with it. It's basically that or the
No, it was still useful before. You know, if you could de-aggro creeps and do all sorts of fun lane mechanic stuff with it before. They ended up nerfing that though, because it was too good. I'm not sure if they put that in the patch notes or not.
Don't remember.
And now
that.
they've changed it so you get invulnerable for a second.
Yeah, that's above my analyst level. It's I'm not allowed to consider that.
The laning mechanics.
Yeah, just
It's
like
too
fancy-
much.
I understand creep aggro, but fancy creep aggro with mischief and whatever, it's not really something I ever considered.
It's
Or really,
nerd shit.
Yeah, that's
Dragon
nerd
Drop
shit
has no
right
time
there.
for such
No
things.
Tail super low up top. Phoenix diving in. Bit of a purge, but Frost should be able to get this last hit eventually. Yeah, the creep might get it. Yeah, okay. That's a shared kill as result. That's a little bit awkward, but hey. Kills the kill. Zap still doing quite well in terms of last hit, so 15 and 5 to the 8 and 1 of this Phantom Lancer. You want a bottom era? Get disruption off. Leap forward here, Boozen. He wants to go in. Does hit that second Starfall, but the stomp from Jonas Farm. Like, what the hell? The snowball
my
in.
God.
He wants to get this kill, and he's gonna get it too. Jerax. No cares in the world.
Jerax gets what Jerax wants, and he wanted that kill.
Oh man. The bloodlust, you feel it. There's no ogre on the field, but there's still bloodlust in play.
Yeah. Let's go for the second point in tag team right now, or does he get some ice shards? We'll see.
Tag team.
I think, yeah, second point in the tag team, he goes for. He's got the Murano with the leave charge. This is going to be pretty crazy, actually.
Especially with this jump from level 1 to level 2, we straight up double its effectiveness in the damage department. Slow, of course, stays constant. It's also something that.
Right, let's see the music.
Changing.
Come on. Hit that taggle, Jarek. We want to see it.
Top of God, Hanskin. Dota was looking for the kill, but doesn't find the vision. Oof.
Illusion.
And this laning stage is so fun playing Oracle when you do a crazy amount of damage with Purifying Flames, especially against squishy targets like that. So all I can do against it. I mean, so much range to it too.
Bottom lane, here comes the taggle.
There it is. Damage being done. Arrow continues so far on the way. Doesn't lead forward. Too many right clicks coming in. Disruption into Stomp into Double Edge. Jerax, he's still super damn tanky up against that. So, doesn't really care.
He will get some of his HP back now. Alright. Gains a little bit of HP after that thing ends, but yeah, the Mirana wasn't able to leap forward and take advantage of that extra attack speed just due to the positioning of the Centaur and that. Where the Centaur was positioned, he would have gotten that hoop stomp off on both the Tuskar and the Mirana there, where she decided to leap forward, so they weren't able to get that kill on Shadow Demon because of it.
Hanskin, though, he was able to solo the Oracle, now getting both of the bounty runes up here. Might pay with his life now. Couple of right clicks and the E. Oh no, mistakes were made. Very viable gaming, I think. It's coming into play too, so Phoenix will be fine. Shrine up with Era. Not that Era needs it. Okay. So far, so good.
Centaur getting a little bit of breathing room here in the bottom lane since the Tusk and the Mirana both went to Shrine there. Gets a couple last hits, and then Mirana comes back and says, nope, you get the hell away from the creep wave now.
Snowball cross.
Oh my god, he's gonna pay for this since his life now.
Yeah, no disruption.
You're not gonna get
so
the
they're
stomp
just
off
playing
on the
around the stomp here at the same time. Phantom Lancer dies up top. Hanskin, do you want to go for him too? I mean, they have a little bit of extra damage. They can set up for another Purifying Flames. And mess up again. Stick charges this time. Doing enough, but hey, No Tail has a second round of spells.
Which
himself a
one
double kill and
smoke?
okay, Chessie, 2 hits. Easy game. DD with also certainly helping out.
Alright, get out of there, Seb. Go home.
He should be fine.
But you have no boots on the Outworld, and you have boots on the Earthshaker, so he's getting away there. Open up this fight recap. The Oracle popped a smoke there by mistake. On the top.
Panic?
And that was, No Tail, wasn't it? Yeah. I don't know, maybe he misclicked, he fat fingered it. I've done that on occasion.
Jarax is doing it again. He can't actually right click with the tag team because of the fire spirits, but as a result, he actually has to try and walk away. But she'll be fine, same for Thompson. As Jessie's taking over mid lane again. It was another smoke, he was trying to sneak in the ward, but that's been scouted out, perhaps. Still kind of walking in, finds the Observer ward. With the sentry all the way back here, you find an Observer ward there. It's crazy. Crazy, I tell you.
Oh, do you throw on these Astrals to farm this creep wave? That's all the last hits. Happy, happy boy.
And also just to refill your entire mana. Like, you need 200 mana points now. Or 250, I guess. To basically fully get your mana back off a creep wave. I think that's the way it works, roundabout.
Yep.
Now another rotation. We'll try and slow down the Earthshaker core. I mean, he has face boots. It's the Soul Ring, but instead they find someone that's much easier to kill. Normally you would think so, but... Okay, alright, they just have to drop the hammer because they don't have detection. I guess it kills a kill? I don't know.
Yep. If it works, it works.
Yeah. Moonlight Shadow on cooldown. Where's Mirana at, actually? All the way back in base. Boosting. Oh, Pikehead recharging.
Illusion.
Ready to TP back towards bottom lane.
Seb farming up a little bit. I'm happy to see a core Earthshaker.
There it is. We'll try again, but this time Era goes in with a bit of a banishment. They don't quite get the combo off though, so Pikehead just leaps in again. They do finish the kill. Onto the Tusk, but at what cost? Era now being leaped down. There's one more charge available even if Mirana wants to go for it. Doesn't even need to.
Yep.
Lands the arrow across the trees. And No Tail steals both of these kills actually, which is classic Oracle actually.
I mean, who wouldn't? You get the huge burst damage every time you see it come off cooldown, enemy with low HP, you just smirk to yourself.
it's
Oops.
it's
I
automatic.
didn't think that would
Just-
finish him off, sorry.
That magnitude with me.
Just secure these kills, just making sure they can't get away. Up top, they brought down the Phantom Lance again. That was with Echo Slam.
Dire's structures
First
are
time of the game is fun.
Dire's top tower is
Look at the
under
damage from
attack.
these range heroes.
Aripote.
And again, there's nothing you can do about it without error there.
Such simple minds.
It was your own dam. It was your own
What is
dam.
happening?
They're taunting each other in all chat with their hero lines.
Radiant's middle
Oh,
tower
no.
is under attack.
Gotta say, the Phantom Lance has some of the best lines for that. Spin, dive away.
I really like the such simple minds when you juke someone out with the PL illusion, then you drop that in all chat.
So freaking good. Alright. Overall, though, slight advantage for OG. 10 minutes in. Okay. Yikes.
Off he goes.
Another run of
Swinging and a
bounties
miss
here.
there by the
3 for an
monkey.
exchange for OG. Invis being stacked away by Era, though. CC's
I bet
Pycat leaping for it.
I got a complaint by the way. Monkey King looks like a goddamn illusion rune with this Arcana.
What?
His Arcana makes him look like an illusion rune.
That's not true at all.
He's blue.
Well, it's not a rune. Runes are much smaller down bottom. To bring down the Oracle once again, the Invis not enough to save
Radiant's
them.
bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Okay, they're putting on pressure on this tower. Or trying to
Dire's
anyway,
top
they'll just
tower
lost the
is under
catapult.
attack.
So what team is actually getting
Radiant's
ahead in
bottom
terms
tower
of like
is under
scaling
attack.
into the mid game?
OG. Right now, Seb's very close to his Blink Dagger, and that means very good things for them. I mean, as soon as he gets his tower up here, he's gonna get it. Look at him.
Dire's top tower is under
Punching,
attack.
getting the creeps, and the last hit. Nice.
No, there he
Dire's
is,
top
and now he's got his
tower
Blink
has
Dagger. He's
fallen.
ready to go. If he decides to head down bottom, they gotta watch out. Echo Slam up in a couple seconds. Yeah, he is. He's gonna reveal this onto them here.
Ooh. Final tribe though, they might have an inkling that something like this is a real possibility. So they're not actually committing, but they're not doing anything else either, so gotta make a decision. Either commit or go somewhere else. At this point they were just wasting a lot of time.
They do ping them out here on OG. Move forward. I think they realize, okay, final tribe are getting back though, but we can take this and be aggressive though.
Zep
Centaur wouldn't be the best person to go on though, because he has 2 braces and a vitality booster.
makes you literally uncomfortable. He's
Yeah.
2k health points at level 7, like how is that allowed? Anyway. Zep is just starting to stay out of sight range right now. So far so
Dire's
good.
bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is
Okay,
under
OD
attack.
is gonna be the one to die. Actually,
That is
Zeb gets back here. They don't want to deal with this hasted OD.
certainly understand that. Funds the banishment though, so might not have a choice unless okay, No Tail just with the self ult.
Dire's top
Phoenix
tower
coming
is
in.
under attack.
Couple of purges here trying to get rid of some of this damage over time, but chasing another imprisonment here. They can set up for the stomp. They're from Unison Farm, and No Tail just dies anyway. They leap across the tree line though. Losing, you still get stunned, but you still move, so no follow-up from Final Tribe. It's still hanging around as 4 heroes in this bottom lane.
Dire's middle
Fifth
I
tower
call that a
is
pretty
under
big
right
win. I call that a pretty big win for Final Tribe there, though. I mean, Earthshaker ended up revealing his Blink Dagger, didn't get anything out of it, and they actually
Dire's
lost
top
Oracle in
tower
that
is
fight.
under
I mean,
attack.
sure, they stood around with a bunch of heroes there, but they came out on top ultimately. Seb was looking to get a kill with that Blink Dagger reveal.
What about this illusion one though, or the Monkey King? The other. I mean, he's been farming a lot on the other side of the map. He's sitting
Yeah,
on top
and
of
he's
that
going for
workshop.
Battle Theory. He knows that he's sitting on top this game.
Again, like it's really good against Phantom Lance, all the illusions. You just spam your Boundless Strike and they're all gone. At least that's the ideal situation.
Yeah, he's got Spring of Health and his Battle Fury recipe on the courier, so he's going to kind of get as much farm as quickly as possible, just eating all these creeps up.
You say he's slurping them up?
Yep.
Is that what you always say?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's
Overall,
pretty close
though,
to it right
yeah, beyond that, I mean, both teams, I guess, are just waiting for the items. I mean, on the other hand, you have Phantom Lance, who's not even going straight for the Diffusal Blade. Just feels the need to tank up a little bit more. Certainly understandable up against the Earthshaker. Going for that good old Hood of Defiance.
Yep.
Trying to get some magic resistance in.
Radiant's middle tower
Right,
is under
Thompson.
attack.
It's the last couple of creeps here for his Battle Fury. I think he's just gonna wait by the shop for it.
And now, there we go.
We're online.
It's pretty good anti-mage timing even.
Hmm?
Like 14 minutes, 14 and a half.
Yep, and look at him, he's farming agents already. King of the goddamn world.
So they call him Top God, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so time is starting on him. What does Final Tribes answer to that? I mean, can they just afford to keep playing passively like that and hope that the Phantom Lance is just going to be able to outscale? Or do they have to take matters into their own hands now?
They need to be doing something. I mean, right now, this Monkey King could be out farming your Phantom Lancer like crazy with the Battle Fury. And it's an awesome answer to the Phantom Lancer. I mean, not as good as it used to be now. I mean, the Cleaves doesn't go through armor anymore, which is pretty big.
Yeah. Thing is though,
Radiant's
how do you
bottom
engage into
tower is
fights?
under attack.
Centaur Warner going for this, it's very standard build, like Vanguard, 2 Bracers, super tanky, like. But it does mean that the blink is delayed in comparison. So you don't have that bit of initiation available. So beyond just running in with Stampede, don't really have anything. And then you always have to worry about the Earthshaker just counter-initiating at this point, or No Tail coming in, dropping the false promise on your target. It's so freaking hard. Now the Curry even dies though. His Jarek's finds his snipe.
Oh
What
no!
the hell?
Punches it.
Dire's middle
They're
tower
just playing
is under
OG's
attack.
game right now, and OG are perfectly
Radiant
happy
structures
playing it out.
are fortified.
Of
Yep.
course they are. I mean, it's,
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
they're just getting further and further ahead.
Yeah, looks like they might be one. They've had enough. Their backs are against the wall. They are not taking it anymore here on the Final Tribe.
Dire's middle tower is under
Well,
attack.
Jackson's
Jarek's-
pretty deep.
It's a bit crazy, but he just snowballs off to the lead creep. Just perfectly timed in that regard.
He gets away with it.
They do get the tower denied at least, so that's that.
Yeah. So
Stampede for bottom here, Jonas Fun. Starting away from the Hobson ultimate.
You've
Now
been
Benjamin
middle
though
lane now.
on to Pycat. There's a lead, that's false promise. Another lead. It's actually getting off to the high ground. A lot of damage is being done. No Tail should also end up dropping once this disarm actually ends. But maybe not.
yep.
Just instead focus to make sure that Pycat ends up dropping.
Yep. So Pycat goes down. Good for them. They ended up using that Stampede in 2 places at once. Oh my god, Center actually misses the stomp on Tops and he goes down because of it.
Ooh, now next on the list, Hobson is committing onto Jesse, punished to death by Jarex. Now they can refocus onto Frost, who's, as a result, forced to walk away.
Oh my god. Thompson just destroyed them there. It looked like he was horribly out of position, but that stomped ended up missing on the Monkey King. I'm not sure how.
Well, it's a deal with Hanskin, who doesn't have enough mana for the ultimate with stick charges, but doesn't get a chance to prop it off. Not that would have mattered here, with so many heroes around, just death sentence either way.
So it's become an absolute slaughter here in the bottom lane. 3 heroes have gone down in a row, and they're probably going to be able to take this tower because of it. No way do you manage to defend this anymore.
Certainly not with Pycat just taking control of the side jungle.
Dire's
Pushing
structures
forward
are
behind the
fortified.
tower, like there's no way to even set up for a defense even if you wanted to, or even if you had the ability to. It again, where's the crowd control? You don't have it.
I
Certainly
wanted to
not,
take a minute to look at Thompson's net worth right now compared to everybody else.
Dire's bottom tower has
Yeah,
fallen.
6
at
for the
that.
GPM, that'll do that to you. Hello, Battle Fury. He has the BKB ready to go. Damn. How do you kill him anyway?
You know?
It's gonna be a long, long time, if ever, until the Phantom Lancer gets kind of physical damage. And then OD, I mean, Arcane Orb still does not go through spell immunity. That's one of these age-old counters.
Yep. I mean, it'd be way too strong if it did. That
Oh, yeah,
thing
absolutely.
does insane amounts of damage. But they did end up making Bambi go through spell immunity. Enchantress.
The what?
Enchantress goes through spell immunity impetus.
Yeah.
They changed that a while back, but there is a counter to that of just walking close to the Enchantress so it doesn't do damage. You don't have that option with OD. It hurts a lot no matter what.
It really does. Now I'm trying to make a play on top C and maybe just force out the BKB, but with the Oracle behind like this, no real threat there. Meanwhile, the rest of OG
Give the smoke.
working away at this top tower. Jesse, imprisonment. So set up Frost. Time to get close, but still no diffuser blades, no real damage output from this particular hero. But Jarek's caught by the supports on the side, so it's very slow. Moonlight Shadow comes in. It's not really sentry at the ready, so.
Oh, he dodges
Snowball,
that final
dodge
damage.
over towards Era. Buying as much time as he can, but 4 heroes around. Yeah, that's a foregone conclusion.
Yeah, so a little bit of space there from him. Yeah, much of the kill. About 600 gold net worth swing right there.
Yeah.
So.
Now we have the blink tag though for Centaur Thompson.
He's the Centaur here.
Swarm farm actually goes in.
All right.
I mean, he's just saying what I'm thinking. Now he's thinking something for himself. I want this kill right now, but Jules Farm just goes in, and turns out it was a bait. The rest of his team coming in, but the floor is lava right now because they don't want to go into this ultimate. Just waiting it out.
Yeah, Thompson does have a BKB, and he's sitting. Oh no!
Get some damage
You
over
don't
time
want
on
to fight
him.
Thompson with this. Careful. You got all your heroes there, but I'm not sure that's enough. You want to bring more dudes if you don't want to lose any of your guys.
They also didn't know exactly, I think, where the rest of the team was.
Is under
Mhm.
attack.
Either way, DD now scouted out, and guess what? Conveniently in front of Roche Pit. I wonder what's gonna happen next.
Yeah. He gets enough damage
Dire's
coming out.
top tower
Point.
has been denied.
I don't think they realize that they're up here anything right now on the side of Final Tribe. Alright.
That's sort of
they
fissure
realize
coming
they're
out of
picking
it,
up, but
so it's too
a little
late.
bit too late. I don't think they managed to take that Roche on there fast enough. Get up the DB there though. That's some OS frog right there.
It always is with the rune of many wins, as I like to call it.
Mm-hmm.
This might be one of them here if this Roche leads into some more momentum. And they're already 10k ahead, just based on pure play. And pure farming. Look at this Monkey King, it's 15k, he's just getting bigger and bigger and better. His teammates are stacking up ancient camps for him.
Yeah, he's almost doubled this PL. You know, he's doing a decent job at keeping up himself though. Seeing the next
yeah.
highest net worth, 10k.
Dire's
I
middle
mean,
tower is under
he's doing as well as he can.
Is that really the type of hero that can win you a game off of this kind of farm though? I feel like it isn't. Well, if you're still behind, or if you're on the same level as the other cores. I don't know, I feel like this is one of the games where you have to put all your eggs in a Phantom Lancer basket and hope you just outscale somehow. But then again, we talked about this. There are plenty of solutions for Frost on the side of OT.
Yep. I mean, they picked that Earthshaker in response to him pretty quickly, and they already have this Battle Fury on Monkey King. It's countered PL. It's not just allowing him to farm like crazy.
Yeah.
And here comes... Yeah, he has his Scotty now. This is a Scotty Monkey King.
It's a Scotty King.
Mm-hmm. He's got a haster and okay, he's looking for blood. This is the
Wow, that
fastest
Invis rune
Invis
is
rune
so
you've ever
fast.
seen.
Yeah. Jumps over, you know, fine with the stomp on Earthshaker. Just trying to run away, but there's the ult. Slow him down, and the bound will try a couple of right clicks. Will finish the job. Of course, No Tail. He has to be there to steal the kill. That was really not necessary, but hey, Echo Slam in front. Frost controlled up further here to know who the real one is. Rooted up, brought down. Big commitment, but hey, certainly worthwhile because it also sets up for the tier 2 tower and maybe even high ground.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot they can do, and they've already used Stampede, so that's a huge team fight ability that they're not going to have as they come up to this high ground here. They still got Aegis right now for another couple of minutes. They've got Scotty and the Monkey King. Sure, why not? Let's just take high ground here.
See this initiation range, by the way? He jumped from here in mid, over to a tree, and then over to the tier 3 top.
Yeah, it's not really okay.
No, it really isn't. But hey, they get rid of that tier 3 first. It's time to work away these racks here. In range here, not getting greedy. Phantom Man's only a couple of seconds on the sideline, so they want to go for this guaranteed damage. They'll probably start to back off now. BKB still 10 seconds, like he hasn't had to use it.
Yep, he has Aegis, he has BKB, so they don't really have to get back here. Okay, they decide to get back here. They'll take the
Dire's
shrine.
top shrine is under attack.
Again, making safe plays. They know that they've got final try by the. I don't want to say it, but you know what I'm talking about, right? They've got complete control of this game,
Dire's top shrine.
especially if Jonas not dies again enough. I feel like this is deja vu. Did he just die in this very same position?
He sure did.
Oh, no tail.
Are you okay?
No tail taunting him, probably assuming that he wants to die. I'm pretty, yeah, that exact same spot he died last time.
Yeah. Step
And
on
off to go on the high
few
ground again.
illusions.
Dire's top barracks.
Thompson's gonna be able to finish up this range. Kara
Dire's top barracks is falling.
trying to walk in, make some
Radiant's
Thompson illusions.
bottom tower is under attack.
Try and turn the power of the Monkey King against them, but okay, Chessie. Just walking through. At least they get out of that that ultimate here, and Jerks walled in with the snowball. Even with the false promise, I mean, he's gonna die. They're doing a lot of damage here. It's just all a ruse, just trying to create space for the racks, but it's not dead just yet. Now they refocus the Echo Slam, but the disruption on the Chessie keeps him alive for the time being. Jonsfan initiating in the back. Still trying to take this fight, but Thompson finally popped the BKB charge now. Is just isolating the right Phantom Lancer. Frost in a lot of trouble. One more right click will do the trick, and there it is. Double kill. Just gets both these big cores off the ground, and the rest of OG, well, the supports died.
Oh!
Oh, what the hell?
He
Did
dodged
that
a stomp
stomp?
there.
Star is under attack.
He
Very
missed
balanced. Very balanced spell. It's certainly a necessary addition to Monkey King's toolkit to be able to dodge freaking stuns. Anyway. I'm not... Yeah, that's my comment on that. Anyway.
Radiant are
That was already a slaughter, Thompson. Enough.
So the only lost is supports. Got pretty much everyone on the final tribe, and they will be able to finish up with this Rats. It's taking them a while. They don't have tower damage. Now Thompson. They're forced to TP out. Do they have something to cancel it? They don't. If they did, there was gonna be a dead hero there, especially with the Aegis expiring.
A kill on him would have been pretty big, but unfortunately, Thompson does get away. BKB was cool. I mean, it was a pretty unfortunate time period. They just expire there. So they don't actually end up getting any Raxes there. I mean, they got the top one earlier, but that was at the start of the fight.
Yeah. It's range racks. Any... No buybacks forced out either. But they did get... they didn't really lose a whole lot, so they just built on a gold lead at this point.
Yep.
It's like 20k now, which is quite significant.
Mm-hmm.
Let us fight.
Again, so finally tried to find themselves in a very rough position. But you can't really take team fights. You just have to hope that you find somebody isolated, OG maybe splitting up a farm. But these kind of micro timings are really hard to hit if you don't have the vision on the other side of the map to actually give it information. Oh, do you have any other ideas, Neph?
Dire are scanning.
Oh, sorry about that. I was looking at some of these items that are coming out. Monkey King, he just finished his butterfly. He's going for Satanic next.
Yikes.
So, he's huge at the moment. But yeah, you don't really have any items here on the final tribe to be able to deal with this. I mean, right now, OD, I guess, has the BKP. He's had it for a little bit, 9-second charge, but I don't really think it's enough at this point. You have so much damage coming up with this Monkey King. You have the Scotty, so you're always going to be able to be chased down. I think you just have too many things right now on the side of OG to deal with these final tribe heroes.
Moonlit Shadow walking forward.
I mean, this PL has been
Down
forced
to
to
Vision, and Thompson initiates on 2. Actually, Jonsfan still gets the Stampede off. So pretty good counter up against that Wukong's command anyway. Jerex, false promise on him. Trying to walk away, but he's super freaking slow. They're pumping some damage into him as much as they can. Thompson just jumping around inside that ultimate, but it's ultimately enough to burst him through, despite all the heals attempted from OG. So that play didn't
that's
quite
a
work out. This is some time for final try.
Yeah, that defense is going to be as solid as it's going to... I mean, that defense is as solid as it's going to get there. We end up overextending a little bit there on Jerex and punishing for it. But again, it just went from 20 to 21k net worth advantage for OG. So that kill really didn't mean anything.
Keep losing heroes, but they keep getting further ahead. How's it possible? Thompson, another DD rune.
I am mighty.
Oh, very mighty indeed. Is he's jumping around looking for more targets. And he does find a few. Oh, jumps down. Almost, what the hell? He almost one-shot error.
Yep.
Did need another click here. Now with the BKB, kind of wasted here. Self-imprisonment. He's trying to buy some time. At least wait on this BKB, but well, drops the hammer, but they don't care. There's one hero down. The real Frost nicely slows
could be
down.
big.
Supernova. This could be the best fiend fight that they could possibly get, but OD is still caught in the middle. Echo Slam dodged, I think, by that imprisonment, but he's isolated here. The rest of his team leaves him for dead.
Dyer's top barracks are under
Down he
Neph
goes. I mean, it
for
was
dead.
just too much, the DD there on that Monkey King.
How much damage did he do there? Casual 7.4k.
Dyer's
Alright.
middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, that
That is
was
a lot.
his team didn't even need to do any damage. I mean, that fight looked so good. The stomp coming out on top of that supernova, them disable him, not be able to take down that egg. I mean, I like saying that if you manage to get the egg off in these fights, you automatically win them. But this is the first time in ages that wasn't the case.
I mean, it's just what happens when you're 25k behind. It's just too little too late. Now the big Wukong's commander comes out, chasing all of them away from these objectives. And
Dyer's middle
I don't know, Neph. I think the writing's on the wall for this one.
Dyer's middle barracks has
Shouldn't be that long until the GG comes out. 2 racks is down. The only thing keeping your third move live is that tier 2 in the bottom left. 30k net worth match at 30 minutes. This is getting to be a little bit too much.
Snowball disappeared for a second, but still saved a few people. 3-1 down. Hanskin, can he make his way back to the fountain? He cannot.
It's getting pretty close to fountain farming at this point.
Yeah. It really is. Alright. Still 2% chance though, according to Dota Plus. Thanks, Gaben. Now this game's over.
No,
We
it's
crossed the
1% now.
threshold. Yeah, we
Dyer's
crossed the
bottom
threshold of
shroud
1k
is
gold
under attack.
advantage per minute. 33k, like 31 minutes in.
Thompson
But,
finishes off his last shrine. The only thing outside the base left is that tier 2 in the bottom lane. I mean, that's the only reason the game isn't over right now. They were kind of forced to die at the fountain at that point because they weren't able to take that last set of racks.
It's quite a problem to have, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Monkey King, what's he got? He got Satanic.
Yep. Roche is up. Maybe they're going for that right now? Is it really worth the time? I mean, I guess if you want to be safe about it.
Maybe they also have an eye on the other group, and I think Vega for Zipper Manix is still going on, so we have to wait for the winner of that anyway. Before we can get our next game started, so might as well just fill the time. You know, get some action here, maybe try some plays. See what works, what doesn't. BKB though coming in back from Pycat, this Frost trying to be a bit annoying. Hammer not doing anything here as they run away from Supernova with the Invis. Frost. Oh, it's not the real one. He's juking, he's jiving, and the punch up on one of the illusions. I sure got that one though. Yakka Slam in the back onto Phoenix as well as the Centaur. They bring down the Firebird. Jonas Fan is not going to make his way out of that particular Wukong's Command. Error run down in the back. And now looking for more. I see a couple of right clicks and Jerry's, but he's pretty damn tanky, Frost. Thinking about running him down. Excuse me. They're just ignoring the Phantom Lancer. He just don't care, he doesn't do any damage. Let's finish off Jesse first.
Oh no, they're just kicking him around.
Alright, he's actually out of there. That's ridiculous.
Poor guy.
Well, there's Roche. Ripe for the taking. Aegis and some delicious cheese.
I'll take this down in pretty short order, and I think I'll move on to that last set of racks. I mean, they don't really need to take Roshan at this point. I think that was just like Final Tribe's last chance to really contest the enemy team. But the advantage at this point is so overwhelming. Thompson, 6 slotted, 33 minutes.
Yeah, just casual, you know. What's his GPM? Casual 872, 4 GPM or so. I mean, again, they're just playing it out for the lulz. Both of them are still already through to the next phase. It looks like Final Tribe will be up against NIP at this rate. And OG coming in as the winners from Group B. Not to force out a GG though. Chassis with the BKB starting to fight against Zep and almost doing enough damage there. He's trying to make his way out. The rest of the support walking away from Lucas' command as Thompson skirting around the edges here. Doesn't want to let this one go. So it's absolutely necessary, but what the hell, Frost? Okay, they ran him down. There is Snowball over. So Chassis kicked back all the way. What the hell is that range? It's half the base.
Yeah. 1400 range. More than a hook.
Seems good. Finally call it. GG, well played. Again, OG up against the winner of Vega vs Hippomaniacs. It's a matchup still going on, I believe. In the other group, NIP will be the opponent for the final drive going forward, and those sets of matches will be played soon enough. It's scheduled for 2000 Central European time, so about an hour from now, that's when it will certainly start. But again, we're gonna have to wait for the results of Group A. Not sure how long that goes.
Alright. So yeah, the OG coming out on top there. The game was over for a little bit, but these two teams have been pretty back and forth. It's pretty heavily one favor or the other, I feel like.
I
This
don't
was
know,
the case in the 1-1.
Yeah, OG suddenly found themselves here. Piker coming back in, perhaps also. I mean, ILW did great, so I don't think it was necessarily a downgrade.
Oh yeah.
But I think that in the first game, the one that they lost, or Final Tribe just dominated, I think it was just trying out something. I mean, Darkseer was weird enough without the Spirit Breaker. They tried this Darkseer Earth Spirit combo, but they also already had a Tusk, so you basically have two of the same hero that didn't have an impact, that didn't find anything in the early game. And at that point, it's not a whole lot that you can do, right? Even with the Conquer. So maybe that was a bit of a draft issue. That was just trying something out, and it didn't work with the way the lanes went. But beyond that, these other two games, OG were the ones who were straight up dominating.
Yeah. I'm still a little bit bummed out about that Helsinki Reds versus the Final Tribe, where felt like Helsinki Reds had it and they just threw it away.
Yeah.
But Final Tribe have been playing well today.
They did. And again, they're not out of it. How many teams qualify? Europe. First two qualify, so still have a chance to actually make it to the minor. Pretty good, pretty good. They have to get through NIP and Vega though. Those are the... Oh, again, I'm assuming. I actually haven't checked the other match. Hippomaniacs might still surprise us, but...
Easy.
I'll keep you up to date in chat. For now, we're going to take a break, but we will have OG versus one more opponent in a best of 3 later today, so don't go too far away.